Hello guys, and welcome to weekly outlook here on Pound USD. We've got Euro USD, we've got gold, we've got USDCAD, and here we'll have DXY. And starting off with Pound USD, my anticipation for the week is basically more or less maybe a continuation of price to the upside. I've been anticipating that for quite a while now, but at the same time we're going to mark out some support regions here from this level of 1.3260. okay, so this is a critical region where I feel like price wants to officially retest one more time and start going to the upside, which is for the week. I want to see price really reject this region one more time and start going to the upside, possibly to retest 1.3460. So 1.3260 to 1.3460 for the week is a good 200 pips movement for the week. It might range around this region, but a break of price above this region is also an indication for a continuation of price to 1.35 regions and possibly 1.3580. And a strong bias for sales would be a break of price below these regions of 1.3275. So if price officially breaks around that region, then we could anticipate a retest of that region and price to come all the way to 1.3190, possibly to the end of it 1.150 regions there, and possibly a break of price below that would indicate a further movement of price below, or we could get a rejection from here and price would close around 1.3269. But for now, this is what I'll be looking out for here, basically on USDCAD. So rejection here, buys. Okay. Over here on EURUSD, it's quite similar for what I'm anticipating. It looks like EURUSD is quite ahead in terms of the movement. So what I'll be indicating is to just see this price maybe want to pull back into this region again, and then before we start buying up all the way to 1.1750, let's call it 1.1750. all right, for the week. Okay, that would be a good 1.15, let's call it 1.1550 to 1.1750, around 200 pips as well, if it does pull back. Otherwise, we might actually even get price to continue from a break of price above here one more time. Might just help us, attain that position. And similarly, if we get price break above this region here, we can continue to the top. And lastly, if we get price below this region here, we would definitely be selling price down to around 1.1450 regions here. Okay, so basically that's that for EURUSD, very similar to Pound USD. Now gold, we've already seen that gold has been very volatile and to the upside. So we've seen a retest of this region forming like a double bottom, or in the smaller time frame probably an inverse head and shoulder pattern, whatever pattern you call it. But from what I see, price refused to break above this small created resistance here of 4,000, let's just call it 4,150. So now what I'll be anticipating going forward for the new week is to see two things. Let me put this probably very well. Okay, so I want to see price above here so we can continue that buys and probably retest the highs made at 4,385 and possibly make new highs. Or we could see price break below this. Either we come back to retest this region, or we see a mini pullback all the way back to 3,800 before maybe continuing to the upside, something of that nature. But I'm quite looking forward to see price above 4,150. A retest of that region, we would see price around 4,350 and probably make a new high at 4,400. That's that for gold. And USDCAD here has formed a very good head and shoulder pattern that I usually like. So we have like all this as the head, left shoulder, right shoulder, and this is the neckline, perfectly forming a support region. So, and also we have an upward trend line for confirmation. So what I feel like what's going to happen is to see price break up below this, a retest. We could get price at 1.3940 and below it probably all the way to 1.38 depending on the volatility. Or if price is going to break through this whole formation it has done, then it will be price back above this region here to start creating a higher highs and higher lows. Pretty that simple for USDCAD. Lastly, for DXY, for the confirmation, we could see price breaking back above this region again one more time and rejecting it. It might be showing a sign of to see strong DXY buying back up all the way to 99.50 here. Okay, so in other words, if price buys here, I'll be anticipating a sell in pound USD in euro USD, and otherwise you might see price break back below this rejection here, break below this upward trend line, and then I might be anticipating something like this and this. And if price starts trending towards the downside, creating lower lows and lower highs of this DXY, that means if it starts going down, we'll definitely be looking to buy here on pound USD and euro USD. But if we get price to start buying up all the way back into this region, that might be depending. If it's just a small move, then we might see a rejection around these here regions before selling down, or before buying up here, or we get a full break of price below this region. So that depends on the movement here. If it's a huge push all the way up, we might get a break of price, break of price below 1.3271 here on pound USD. Alright, that's that for the weekly outlook. I'll see you guys for recap during the weekend, and enjoy. Ciao.